All right. Good evening, folks. I'm going to play around for a minute. Oh, okay. Maybe we'll do that. I decided to go live on Facebook tonight. That's a first for me, and I should have done it years ago. But here we wait for a SpaceX launch out of Vandenberg. It's going to be a beautiful night for a launch, that's for sure. Everybody's already talking about the jellyfish effect. I don't think it's going to happen tonight. We're too close to sunset. Sweet time, perfect time for the jellyfish is a half hour to 45 minutes after sunset. What we will get on this launch is when fairing separation happens, we will be able to see the reflection of the sun off of the fairings as they fall away. And that's pretty cool because all you people down in San Diego that get to see a launch, you can see them real good down there because you're closer to it. Way up here in Lompoc, it's a little bit more difficult. But we could still see them. Zoom out a little bit so you guys can see what we're dealing with. A beautiful clear sky tonight. There is some fog over the hillside or the mountains. Mountains, what am I talking about? The hills. It's not too bad. I'm sticking around tonight because, I think it's somewhere in that direction. I can usually see reentry burn. So I'm going for that tonight. Hopefully I could see reentry burn. That's Slick 3, ULA's launch facility that they're not using right now. And just to the left of that tree row on the hillside, not right there, see the tree line? That little nub right there, that is the rocket. Not quite sure how long we are. Let's see. I'm figuring this out. 8:20, so we're 16 minutes away. If you look right now, it's a little bit off center. Screen right. But you can kind of see the little thingies sticking up right there. Well, the big black one now pretty much center screen. That's the top of the rocket. Oh, no, now it went back to the right again. But yeah, that's the top of the rocket right there. Those little skinny poles, those are telephone poles, power poles running along the hillside. Those are way in front of the rocket. So is that tree line. That's like I don't know, probably 3/4 of a mile as the crow flies, as a bird would fly through the air from that tree line to the rocket. Here, I'll just zoom out, maybe that'll be easier. So screen left, that big tower there, that's Slick 3. To Slick 4 as the crow flies is maybe a half a mile. It's a little bit longer if you got to drive. You can look it up on any sort of maps. It's kind of easy to see everything. All the paths, they all come up. Slick 2, Firefly on North Base. We're looking at Slick 3 on the left. SpaceX is the little nub on the right. But where I was going with that earlier, about 3 minutes, when Strongback falls back, you could see it plain as day from right here. You see two distinct different things, one leaning back and one standing straight up, which is always pretty cool. Thanks everybody for joining. 108 people. Yay! I've been doing them on YouTube, but I was like, what the hell? The people are over here on Facebook, so I might as well do one on Facebook until I figure out Streamlabs or whatever the hell to multi-stream. Cars are still coming in on Ocean. You could probably see that one flipping around over there. That's a good spot to watch from. That's what like the big question is on the page. Where's the best spot to watch? That's a loaded question. Tonight, Surf Beach would be a really good spot. I'm not gonna lie. With how clear it is. Yes, it's a little windy, but it's not that bad. But it's gonna be a good view from there for sure. That's the NASA building right there. But yeah, it's going to be clear tonight. Ocean's always a good spot. That's all. That pan was down Ocean. On the weekends, return to senders, it gets packed down there. And then, let's see if I can hit those cars again. Those cars right there, they're all on Winrick, something like that. And then, of course, yeah, see, there's some more. But all along Ocean, it's great. It's wonderful. You can hear it. My wife loves it on Ocean because you could really feel it on Ocean. Her and I argue about being able to feel it at Surf. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But when it's foggy, because usually this area will get really foggy down in this valley. You go up to Harris Grade, which is always awesome going up there, but it becomes a shit show. Cars everywhere, kids running around on the road, people hauling ass up and down the road. Yeah, you got to be careful if you go up there. A couple months ago, there was somebody that drove off of the edge. I'm not 100% sure why they drove off, but they did. Okay, let's see where we at. 25, 11 minutes away. Here, let me pull the almighty note card out. 8:36 launch time for the third launch for this booster, the 28th for the year, the fourth launch for June, and we're not even halfway through the year yet, 25th week of the year. So if you do the math real quick, we can hit 60 launches this year, which will be awesome. This one's third launch. They're all Starlink. This one and the last two were Starlink missions. And I believe, if I've kept my notes correctly, this is 1093, booster 1093. And if I also did my math correctly, this is one of those boosters that were delivered earlier this year. Not 100% sure, but I think so. Uh-oh. That's about it for now. We sit here and wait. That's the kind of fun part and the shitty part all at the same time. Just gotta sit here and wait. What? Go walk around. I know, I hear it too. Every time we come out here, I always hear something walking around in the riverbed down there. And Karma doesn't like it. Hey, don't hit the camera. All right. Come here. You want to see what's going on? There's 193 people watching. Who would have thought? Thanks everybody for watching. This isn't YouTube, so I don't have to say that stupid like, subscribe, share. Yeah, share it. Tell people about it. I kind of want people to know I had a good day on Thursday. Planning a little tour of base. Not quite sure what we're going to do it on yet. I'm a history dude. So I want to learn the history of the launch pads. Like, yes, I know there was 2 launch pads at Slick 4 where SpaceX launches, but now one's a landing pad and one's a launch pad. But I don't know. I want to learn more. It's a big, mysterious place. Oh, here. I got some notes about that, too. Here you go, folks. So, SpaceX took over Slick 4 in early 2010s. They signed the lease. 2013 was their first launch from Slick 4, which was kind of cool. I kind of remember that day. Me and one of my friends decided to ride our bikes out here from town because it was a shit show, people everywhere. And it was funny because you could tell a lot from a person's license plate frame. And a whole bunch of them, because we ended up riding our bikes back into town, obviously. And there was probably a 1.5 2 mile long line to get out of the fields off of Ocean. And the majority of them were SpaceX or, all that area license plate frames. Well, we ended up going for a hike down in Gaviota area afterwards. And the Gaviota Peak Trail looked like ants coming down because there was so many people that came up to see it. Anyways, October 8th, 2018 was the first landing. Me and my whole family were about a 1/2 mile over to the left, screen left, to watch that. The first ever launch from Slick 4, August 14th, 1964. It was Atlas Agena D. I don't know. From everything I saw, of course, they were small rockets because back then they were all test rockets. They weren't as good as SpaceX and Firefly and I don't know. What is it? Rocket Lab. All these other ones they have now. Ooh, I see lights over there in front of, well, not in front of, but the hillside by Slick 3. Okay, what are we at? What time? 31. So in about 2 or 3 minutes, that little nub, I don't know, I guess it's all depending on what you're looking on, but the end of that tree line right there, center screen, just to the right of that, you see a little nub. Oh shit, I might be getting kicked out of here, folks. I'll be back, sorry. Never mind. I know the leaser of the property and the owner, so I get it all cleared, and he was just making sure it was me. And to end the launch, I guess you could say history, this is going to be the 94th launch from what I could dig up for this pad. The 94th launch for Slick 6. Since we got over 300 people, can you guys mind posting where you're from, messaging where you're from? Oh shit, maybe you guys already have. I saw San Diego. I'm just wondering, because I know, so, all right, jellyfish. Possibly all of the people over there in Phoenix, down in Sonora, Baja, if you're down there, you'll probably get it down there. Like I said, I don't think we'll get much of it in California, Southern California, around here. Because if you look off to the west, you can see the sun's still up. So, where'd it go? I gotta find it again. There it is. Oh, wait. Did it go already? No, I don't mean launch. Let me see. What are we at? 33. So yeah, strongback is happening right now. It's getting a little darker and a little hazier. So it's going to be harder to see, but I think it's happened. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, Lake Elsinore. Yay. Santa Monica. Ooh, Arizona. Havasu. Yay. Okay. Sorry, folks. I can't look at the chat now. I got to kind of pay attention to what's going on. We're down to 2 minutes. So strongback has occurred. You can kind of see it leaning there. But as I said, we're waiting for the third launch for this booster, which I believe is booster 1093. The 28th launch of the year. Do the math, that puts us over 60 for the year. The 4th for June. And this is just another Starlink mission. So, more stuff. All right. According to my phone, we're down to seconds. I don't know how many, because they only put, you know, the minutes, 8:36. They don't put 8:36:15 or, you know, something like that. What we will get to is when ignition happens, we'll get a nice flash because it's dark enough. All right. All right. Ooh, Bakersfield, Redlands, Hollywood. Right, I can kind of watch it out of the corner of my eye. All right, all right. Here we go. Ready? Set. Made you look. We should be getting really close now. Unless they moved it. They pushed it. I don't think so, though. I forgot to check what the waves are doing down in the landing zone. I've been doing that lately, too. Did it scrub? Well, we should be getting pretty damn close. Oh, there goes. Okay, we're going to zoom out a little bit. Yeah, see. We're switching over. Oh, let's push that one. And that's what people complain about right there, that noise. I ain't gonna lie, it is a little startling, but they were supposed to launch the space shuttle from here. Now, granted, all of that, the space shuttle, they just had that thing on Thursday here in town about whether we should let them. Ooh, look at that. See, this is where we get the cool stuff. If it was just a little bit darker, we'd get more jellyfish. We could possibly get jellyfish on stage 2. That's the other thing that'll be cool right now, because you'll be able to see stage 2 for a while. That's why I want to look for stage 1. All right. We're getting to... Oh, I think I missed it. Stage separation and main engine cutoff. But yeah, Slick 6, where they want to do Falcon Heavy and all that. Oh, you could see the fairings. Yep, you could see the fairings. But that's another few miles down the road. Okay, what do we got? Shit, I missed the time. Oh no. Sorry, there's bats flying around and I'm terrified of bats. Oh yeah, hopefully you guys could see that reflection. Oh yeah, you could definitely see them. Whoa. Those are the fairings falling back to Earth. And then of course you got stage 2, as they like to call it, going downrange. I don't know, but from here everything looks nominal. I haven't seen no big flashes yet, so that's a good thing. Oh shit, sorry. I was just standing here looking at it with my own 2 eyes. I forgot. Ooh, I think that's a fairing we're probably seeing, that bright, shiny thing below it. That little, like, glowy light there, that is probably a fairing coming back down. And the sun's just hitting it, reflecting off of it. Let me straighten it up a little bit for you folks. Oh, here. We got a little bit of time and I can still see. So. Ooh. Ah. Okay. Enough of that. Oh, look. We can get them both if I just stay zoomed out. That's still stage 2, folks, so obviously you can see it for a while tonight because it's darker. All right, now I'm gonna try to keep the second stage in focus, because now what I'm looking for, let me see, let me get it down, over, down. The top of those hillsides right there, I don't know if I'll be able to see it because of the haze. Every once in a while you could see reentry. Where do we go at? 36, 42. So we're about there. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. That's reentry burn right there. So we got reentry burn and the second stage going down range, and reentry burn right there at the bottom of the screen. Boom. About to disappear or turn off. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, look at it. That's so cool. They're both in the same shot. And they both essentially disappeared at the same time. Yay! All right, folks, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the first YouTube live for Vandenberg rocket launches. I am over on YouTube, but I don't know what I'm doing, so I don't know how to stream to both at the same time yet. But we'll get there. The pad's over there. You can't see anything right now. If we were up on Harris Grade, we could see the big old plume of evaporated water from the fire system. All right, folks. We're calling it a night. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Oh, wait. I got to figure out how to shut this off. Oh, finish right there. All right, folks. Good night. See ya.